Hey guys, Cinnamon Toast King here again. Uh, gonna try to start doing something different, something I've always kind of wanted to do. I still kind of want to do the Dark Souls 3 videos, but this is something I've actually wanted to kind of do for a long time. As you guys probably know with my first video, it's on Warframe. So Warframe is a game I love and have been playing for a very, very long time. And I want to start making videos on it. And kind of what the video I want to start making on is, weapon videos, which you're like, okay, who doesn't do a weapon video? Well, what I kind of want to do instead of like kind of going over like, oh, here's this new weapon that just came out. This is what I think of it. Is I kind of want to go over builds that I like, but builds that are like good all around. As in, like, you're gonna use this build, and this build's basically good for every situation you're in. Doesn't matter who you're fighting, doesn't matter who you're using. Like this is a build that's awesome, and that's kind of what I want to start doing. Now, the thing with that is it's all opinion based. So, I mean, by all means, and I'm completely open to it. If you have any comments of kind of what you think of the build, by all means, go for it. Don't go saying, don't be insultive about it. Just constructive criticism, man. If I can improve it a bit better, let me know. But kind of what I've done is I've kind of put together something, and I'm going to explain, how it is and why I like it. So, for example, we're going to start with the Lesion. You know what? I'm going to butcher the name. The melee weapon. This one right here. The one that you see with the name. I absolutely love this weapon, and I've built this weapon for one purpose. One, it being basically my go-to melee weapon. Um, this can take out any group, which most any weapons can, but this I think does it pretty well, as well as the one big reason why I made it. Crazy health regen. This thing can give you insane health regen if you build it right. And my whole explanation of that, I'll kind of show you with Chroma here. And my plan is I do plan on going over basically my primary, secondary, and melee weapons that I love to use all the time, and then go on to frames. Will I do other weapons? I mean, we'll see. So basically the main purpose of this weapon is to give you health regen. Now, a lot of people would be like, oh, why don't you use Life Strike? Well, the reason for not using Life Strike is this. Couple things. One, Life Strike takes energy. Now, I don't know about you, but when I like to, build my frames and weapons, I like to test them out on very high level enemies, because in the end, I want to go, hey, you know what? If I want to use this to its full potential, as far as you can go, and I have to deal with some crazy enemies, whether it be kind of like a swordy or anything like that, I want to know if this can handle it well. And that's what I build everything for. I build it for how well it can take out, enemies and things of high level, high defenses, and that's why. Now, the reason why I've picked this weapon and, all that stuff is I will show you right now. Now, do also take into consideration that with Chroma's abilities and stuff, that he is doing some insane damage, which is kind of cheaping out, the damage that this thing can actually do. So let me actually pick, there he is. Pick him instead to test it out. But before I go showing you now, let me show you the stats here. So I use Shimmering Blight because of two things. One, again, this thing is just to make is to heal and to kill. So the reason why I have Shimmering Blight is it probably has the best quick melee attack, I think, out of all the stances, as well as just the quickest, reaching, I think, moveset. Prime Reach, because the more enemies I can hit, the more status that I can get off. More enemies that have status, way more health you're getting back at the same time. Double stat mods to get the status as high, generally as high as possible. But I also wanted to have something that can take care of everything. So I do have corrosive to take care of armor, as well as cold to kind of take care of shields. As Corpus, with most anything, it's kind of like a slow burn. That it starts off slow, but once you start picking up your combo and things like that, and start getting more and getting procs off, it's gonna do more and more and more. Healing Return, so we can get tons of health back. North Wind, just to kind of get that cold up there. Prime Fury, so the Prime Fury to attack faster, and then Berserker. Now, you'd be thinking to yourself, Toast, what the hell is wrong with you? You only have a 5% crit chance. Why are you going to use Berserker? Surprisingly enough, if you notice, you may not notice, is that at 5%, you still get those crits off pretty damn fast. On top of the fact that this weapon has this awesome ability to that where when it gets a status to go off, it also will attack faster. So if you can kind of pick up what I'm putting down here, is that this weapon is basically designed to, you know, just attack faster and faster and get your health back going up as fast as possible. So I'm just only going to show you on this group of enemies right here. But even then, so even without a chroma, you notice it takes a while, you know, without all those procs going up. But once all the procs start stacking up, you're just going to melt them away. And then any health that I lose, like, I'm just not even losing it. I'm basically just getting it back. So that's to show you on them. Now, obviously, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to, you know, say a weapon's all amazing without actually testing it out. Which, let me, before I actually do it, because the Corpus tend to hit a lot harder, I think, than the Grineer. Let me just grab some stacks really quick for him. So, it's how I look at it is this. The reason I'm grabbing stacks now, because if you're going, you're not just versing super high level enemies out of the gate. You're not surrounded by, you know, 30 enemies out of the gate blowing your face off. So I'm kind of, you know, gathering up stacks like you normally would have, you know, going into a fight. You know, it builds up to it. So you would have, you know, at least have one stack going in. So clear that out and just kind of test the, on the infestation. I mean, they're nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I will, you know, if you want to see me do the infestation on top of it to kind of show you guys, then let me know. Now, as far as the Corpus, I think the Corpus Tech are probably the best examples. These guys can, like, kill you with one bullet. What I feel like at these levels. So what I'll do is I'll test it on them. Yeah, see, yeah, okay. See, they hit hard. They hit hard. Even with, I had what, like, I think like 90% damage reduction. They still fucking killed me. So as you can see, I am barely staying alive, but it's because of those procs and that crazy health regen that I get from this weapon. And much like anything, much like the Grineer, it's a slow burn to start. But once you start getting your combo going, once you start getting all the procs on the enemies, once they all kind of start grouping together, even if, that's the thing, is even if you don't kill them right away, and more come, it usually doesn't end up being that big of a deal, because the damage that you would be taking, it's kind of being nullified because of just how many enemies you're proccing, and they're all kind of grouped together, that the damage that they deal to you, you're kind of just getting all that health back, you know, as if nothing ever happened. Going a little bit more because, I mean, as you can see, I'm not, like, other than the very beginning of this encounter with these guys where I was almost, no, see, I'm just kind of getting it back up. One of them was unloaded on me. You know, it starts off slow, and yeah, you can have your moments, you know, but I'm legitimately just trying to go all out, brainless, mind swinging, you know? Let's just refresh it, and I go to refresh it. I died because I tried refreshing it. But anyways, you know, this is just kind of an example of kind of what I want to start doing. And just to show you that, you know, what I think of this weapon and how it's basically my go-to one. Like, this, I think, is great for every situation that, you know, you could ever find yourself in. So tell me what you think in the comments below. This is something that I actually really want to do because I also very much love Warframe, and it'd be great to, you know, make content for it. So if there's a frame you want to see me do, let me know in the comments below. I do want constructive criticism, so let me know what you think of the videos, and I will see you guys later.